Battle Report. Hi everyone, Memento Beats here, and this is the 7th episode of Battle Report. Before I start my weekly review of battles, I would like to remind you that the next Beat This contest is coming. This time there is no theme, so I expect to hear true flames there. I've already prepared my beat, which is probably the largest project I have ever made in my life. My CPU literally wanted to kill me for the amount of work I put onto it, so I can't wait to submit it. Also, I would like to advise you to be on time. Please do not make additional work for Fate, please be on time, and it will help you avoid all the unnecessary nerves and or regret that you didn't manage to sign up. It's quarantine time. Actually in my country as well as in the rest of the world, they start to slowly diminish the amount of limitations, but anyway, most of us are fortunately or unfortunately still at home. So if you are willing to participate, please mark the date 20th May 2020 in your calendars, and if you don't come from the United States of America like me, please convert 1 PM EST to your time zone and log into the website exactly at that time on Wednesday. See you in a battle. Last week we didn't have any main event, but we had an avalanche of finished beat fights and beat it ups. In total, there were 8 beat fights finished and 2 beat it ups. Beat fight number 16 between These Beats and the MF Riddla turned out to be victorious for These Beats. Let's take a listen to some snippet from his beat. It was another battle of styles between boom bap and trap. I'm gonna talk only about these beats in this battle, as I'm going to respect the MF Riddla's wish to not include him in this podcast. No problem, man, it's less work for me. However, I have to mention that you were the participant. If you don't want me to talk about you, either don't participate in battles or submit only weak beats, because the form of this podcast forces me to mention you. Sorry. Beat by These Beats starts with a very epic sublime intro based on choir and orchestral sounds. Later on it moves to a decent drop that attacks the listener with hard drums and 808 slides. Next, around 1 minute, we have a good sounding plaque that adds variety to the arrangement. It's a very good beat, I like it. In beat fight number 17, we could see another win by Papa's Beats. He was staged with the decop, and this time battle was even, as there was very small difference in voting. Let's take a listen to some snippet from his production. When it comes to beat by Papa's Beats, I have to say that I adore sound of horns he used, as it reminds me of Uruk-hai from The Lord of the Rings. A very epic sound. This impression is also intensified by the use of orchestral drums. Thing that I want to point out is the fact that structure of the beat is nice. I can see that in terms of composition and arrangement, Papa's Beats is getting better and better, and I'm very glad to see progress in your beats. I hope that feedback you receive on IllMuzik is helpful to you, and I hope to hear more effects of your musical development in the future. Later on we have build up that leads to drop, however, the thing is that drop didn't hit me. It could have been done better. Next thing I didn't like about this beat was a very weak kick drum, and mix should be definitely improved, mainly when it comes to building tension and the build up and drop. That's for sure. Play with automations, play with the velocity, play with another sound that you can add to snare. Definitely expose snares that lead to drop by adding smaller note values like sextuplets or 32s. Anyway, Congrats on the win. Next we have beat fight number 18 between Arvin Armani and the Sire Beats. The Sire Beats won with a huge advantage. Congrats to you. The Sire Beats presented very well composed oriental beat. Let's take a listen to it. Very good beat. Drums are on point, I like the selection of sounds, beat has very nice flow. What I like about beats by the Sire Beats is the fact that he's very consistent, both with the quality of his beats and with style of his beats. Because if you listen to his productions, most of the time you can expect high quality boom bap beats that have unique sound. My favorite element of beats by the Sire Beats are drums, because most of the time their vibe is really cool and the choice of sounds is spot on. Almost always sound of his drums fits perfectly to the rest of the mix. He's also another producer on IllMuzik whom I can honestly describe as the one who has his own style. Maybe the style is not that distinct that would allow me to identify his productions immediately, but there definitely is common denominator as far as his productions are concerned. Really good job, man, and keep it up. In beat fight number 19 we had another execution. It was probably the second beat fight in which one of the contestants gathered 100% of votes. Fight was between Cool DJ RKM and Fury Beats, and Cool DJ RKM turned out to be the executioner in this case, and here you can listen to the winning beat.
The more emotion I put into it, the harder I rock. The more emotion I put into it, the more emotion I put into it, the harder I rock. I'm fed up with the bull. It's the same old, same old. It's the same old, same old. It's the same old, same old. The more emotion I put into it, the harder I rock.
It was the second time when these two guys met, and it is the second win that goes to Cool DJ RKM's account. I mean, when it comes to battles between these two producers. It is also the second time he won with Fury Beats by submitting a boom bap beat with vocal samples. The same type of beat he submitted earlier. So in my opinion it was a clone fight to beat fight number 9, which was the last battle when Fury Beats and Cool DJ RKM fought. Again we had the same reasons for the win in my opinion. Beat by Cool DJ RKM had better structure, better mix, better consistency. I have to admit that I like this beat more than the one he submitted to beat fight number 9. Fury Beats on the other hand presented a beat with very weird progressions that don't resolve themselves. Again, they have no direction, again, and the mix was poor. Again, very poor. Congrats to Cool DJ RKM on the win, and I hope that we will have a chance to see improvement in beats by Fury Beats. Because for now his beats are not even worth commenting. I provided him with all the necessary feedback he needed to improve himself. It was probably in Ill Battle Report episode 4? Something like this. I said the same things, the exact same things I'm saying now, and he was not able to draw any conclusions from it. Any conclusions. And this is not a good sign, man. Now we have beat fight number 20 between Can't Keep Still and Feel. It was the third beat fight that ended in knockdown, 100% of votes to 0. Congrats to you, Can't Keep Still, very good job. Let's take a listen to the winning beat. Again we have classic boom bap beat. It reminds me of the best things we could hear in the 90s. It sounds like a beat from some lost NAS album. Very good choice of sounds, nice arrangement. Despite the fact that there is not much changes in it, beat keeps the listener's attention very well. One thing I didn't like at all were these breath swallows. In my opinion they do not fit at all to the rest of the beat. But overall, good job, and again congrats on the win. We are moving to beat fight number 21 between Primes and Stoned Monk. Stoned Monk won, and here is a snippet from his production. Congrats on the win. I like that strings you used in your beat. Again, it was new school versus old school type battle. I have to say that Beat by Primes is closer to my heart. So in this case I have to say that I am on the side of Primes. But again, congrats to Stoned Monk on the victory. And if we are talking about Beat by Primes, we can smoothly move to Beat It Up number 103. That was won by me. Thank you very much for all the votes, I appreciate it. But as I said, let's take a listen to some snippet from the Beat by Primes. And in my opinion, that's a very good beat. It kinda surprises me that it received such a small amount of votes in both battles. I like the arrangement, mix is nice, we have good drums, beat is full of energy, I like the vocal samples you used. For me, it's a very decent production. Really. In this battle we also had another great production from Arvin Armani titled Bouge. I like its mood a lot. Very soulful production, I like the samples you used, arrangement is great. Good job. Another beat fight I'm going to talk about is beat fight number 22 between Sway Boogie and Vossi Beats. Sway Boogie won this fight with big advantage, and here we have his win in production. Congrats to you on your first win in the battle. I truly love the sample you used here. Drums are on point, they are very powerful, the rhythm in the beat is awesome. We also have heavy low end in this beat. Great job. Furthermore, we have beat fight number 23 between Oninkaf and Superior Beats. Superior Beats was the winner here. Let's take a listen to his beat. It was another win for Superior Beats that helped him move to 15th place in all-time rank. And if we are talking about ranks and statistics, Superior Beats has very good ratio of entered battles to won battles and to number of points he earned. He's participated only in 18 battles so far, and it was enough for him to move to the 15th place in all-time rank. It's an outstanding result in my opinion. On the other hand, his opponent participated in 121 battles in total and earned only 272 points. That got him 11th place in all-time rank. So these stats are weak because only These Beats has more battles in all-time rank and he's on the first place with 1,122 points. So this is a tremendous difference. Also, when you look at the all-time rank, very interesting thing about it is the fact that the majority of people mentioned there are no longer active. There are only 8 people that are active, so in my opinion that the ranking is going to change soon as new people are coming. The last fight I'm going to talk about is Beat It Up number 100 between Ray Dashev, the MF Riddler and IllMuzik. Ray Dashev won this battle with very interesting guitar beat. I like the sound of the guitar here, I like the phrasing of it. Whole beat is put together very well. I also enjoy these choir phrases. This beat has also quite unusual vibe. I cannot describe it, but there is something. So that's it for today, folks. Thanks for listening. If you like it, then don't forget to smash that like button below. Click subscribe and hit the bell notification in order to stay tuned with the latest videos that are uploaded to this channel. Till the next time.